What's up, guys? Tyler Casey here, and I'm sitting down remotely with Kyle White. This is the 18th episode of Wolf Talk. Or no, it's actually the 19th episode. And if you guys are not familiar with the podcast, here I sit down and talk with other creatives, anyone who directs, edits, music videos, but not limited to music videos, really anyone who creates anything. So, yeah, today I'm sitting down with Kyle. How you doing, man?
Cool, man. We're sitting down, but we're not sitting down.
We're sitting down. Different countries.
Continent.
Yeah. So where are you from?
So I'm from Johannesburg, South Africa. Mm-hmm. At the moment, I'm actually, let me just show you. I'm sitting at the hotel bar.
Sick.
Because I've got a shoot here in a place called Port Elizabeth, which is on the coast of South Africa. So right at the tip of Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at currently. Yeah.
Nice. And what are you shooting out there? Are you shooting a music video or?
So, I'm shooting the second part of a music video. It was a 2-day shoot for a guy called Nasty C. And in South Africa, I would probably say he's the most profiled artist in our country. In fact, he was in Los Angeles last year and he shot with French Montana. And that music video was directed by Matt Alonso, who's like
awesome.
He's my idol. So it's great to have the opportunity to shoot for him. So essentially, I shot him on the weekend, this past weekend in Cape Town, got the performance scenes out the way. And now I'm doing the narrative on Friday night and then into Saturday morning.
Cool.
So I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of pressure is on me. Because a lot of people are going to see the video. So when you're doing a video and you know potentially millions of people are going to watch it and your name's going to be on it, best be good. So
definitely.
I'm super.
Yeah, you got to shoot your shot and just be ready to. Tons of pre-production went into this, or I'm guessing you put a lot of work into it.
So actually, for something like this, especially when you're dealing with a record label like Universal or Sony or whatever it may be, a lot of stuff goes into it. So this music video has been coming since October of last year.
Wow.
So the beginning of October, so October, November, December, and now January, mid-Jan we're shooting. So it was 3 months, and now we're only shooting in this 4th month. And, you know, when you're dealing with big record labels, aside from doing a treatment, you know, you've got to make changes to that treatment, and then there's budget adjustments, and then there's just a lot of people to deal with. But with reason, obviously, especially with such a high-profile artist, you would expect that, you know what I mean? With good management comes a lot more time taking, if I can say that. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's really cool, man. Yeah, I think that even just right there offered people a lot of value just listening, kind of hearing that side of stuff.
I just want to say something. I know you're chatting to me, asking me questions, but
yeah, no, it's all good.
I've you know, for the last couple of months, I've been watching your stuff. I subscribed to your channel, and it's weird to me that I got a message from you on Instagram because it's just weird. You know, it's like there's another director of photography. His name is Logan Mize, and he's based out of Los Angeles, and he shoots quite a few things for Cole Bennett.
I think I've seen him.
So we became friends through social media as well. Yeah. And he just said to me once, he was like, dude, I want to come see some lions in Africa. And when was it? August, September? Yeah, around about then, he just got on a plane, flew here, and came and spent a week with me.
Wow, that's cool.
It's so sick, dude. The world is so small, especially when, with all these social media things.
I know. It's crazy. I recently came across your channel too, because I think you reached out to me and you said you found my channel or something, and then I might have commented. You probably saw my channel from commenting on your channel or something, because I saw you.
Remember how it happened? Yeah.
Did you collaborate with someone? I'm trying to think who you collaborated with on YouTube, because I found your work from. I might have found it on. What was it?
You follow Olufemi, don't you?
Yeah, that's where I found you from. Yeah, I found a lot of people from him, and he really puts on, like, your work is really solid. Like, so that's what I was going to get into. You run a YouTube channel. You're starting a YouTube channel, right? How long have you been?
I've done one YouTube tutorial video.
Yeah.
And I've got a second one that's about to come out. But the thing is, dude, because I'm shooting so much, I'm finding it very hard to
balance.
To find it. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't like my first YouTube tutorial video, like if you watch it, you can see there's a lot of time that's been put into it, because I want to put a lot of effort into them. I want to make them like long videos, because I want to have my own style or way of doing it. You know what I mean? And if you watch that tutorial video, it's not like I'm more like a lecturer than like a personality, like I would say you are, or Peter McKinnon, who's really huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the second one that I'm doing, it was quite fun, because the first YouTube tutorial video that I did, all the footage that you see on there of my work is shot on the Red cinema camera, right? Because I'm a Red owner, I'm a Red guy. And obviously I'm going to show Red footage, because, it's a great camera, and, that's what I own. And I knew this was going to come. I didn't realize it would happen on the first day that I released the video, but someone sent me a message on Instagram and said to me, "Oh, but all your footage is just Red footage. What can you do with the DSLR?" So then I took that as a challenge. So
That's
for
tight.
my second episode, I shot on a Canon T2i.
Sick.
And I just and we did like a freestyle music video, with like no fancy props or anything like that. It just came down to shooting and editing, grading, and After Effects.
Nice.
And it's just fun, I just need to get around to polishing.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to focus more on YouTube as well. Because I do like doing music videos and whatnot, but I really have found that I like doing the YouTube stuff as well. And then I found this podcast being really helpful too, because I just like being able to talk with other creatives, talk about their process, and also just make connections as well. It's been really helpful for that. So it's been cool.
Just to learn how to speak. Sorry, I'm just pulling another chair here so I can get my foot up. So
it's all good.
I can see that it would help you also in terms of speaking freely, being able to just like bounce what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to practice as well. But yeah, dude, I love your stuff, and
appreciate it.
You're pumping out a lot of content as well, which is great, dude.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. It's kind of hard juggling it with other music videos and budgets like that. And I've most recently just started getting budgets for music videos, like bigger budgets. I mean, nothing too crazy, but $5,000-$10,000. It's slowly been growing, so it's been pretty cool. And then like bringing people along with those journeys and bringing kids on to shoot behind the scenes and upload that to my channel. So it's been cool.
Great for networking, bro.
Yeah,
very, very great. It's just surreal being speaking to you, dude. It's weird.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I was going to recommend too, is people to check out your channel, and especially your new video, just because the quality of your content is really solid. And I think
thank you.
It's hard finding channels where people actually give away solid tips and give solid information away. So I think once we find channels like that, we definitely need to put people on and let them know about that.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
And it's dude, I really, I've learned, you see, I'm self-taught.
Okay.
I didn't go to film school and stuff, and what I know, most of what I know actually comes from places like YouTube. And I feel like there's a lack of one thing I found a little gap in, where I really want to hit it, maybe perhaps with a third YouTube or fourth or whatever, is DaVinci Resolve color grading.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I take very seriously, and I put a lot of effort in, but it's really lacking content on YouTube, specifically free content for people to watch.
Yeah, no, I feel like the people who have that skill knew that it was lacking, so they made paid content because they know they could get paid from it. Which isn't good, but when there's
if Tyler, you're doing this stuff because you want to gain a
exactly,
and you want to improve yourself in your business. So, dude,
that's what exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying people did that because they saw there wasn't any content, so they knew they could capitalize on that. But if they were to do it free, they would have had a following, and they could have sold LUT packs in anything like that in the future. Which
that's the game plan, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was checking out your website just now, and the color grading section is really nice. The way you overlay. So you do put majority of your work in Dissolve?
Yes. Yeah. Listen.
Cool.
So obviously I started out just doing everything in Premiere, and then It was like, everything's progression with what we did, what we do. Like I started out on Final Cut Pro, 7 or whatever it was before they stopped updating it. Final Cut Pro, and then I was like, I need to make the jump to Premiere Pro if I want to be a Red user, because Red footage is read natively within Premiere Pro, which means I don't need to export proxies for Final Cut, whatever. So I made the jump to Premiere Pro, which, all EDLs are similar, but they're different, you know what I mean? So that was a little learning curve. And then, I was producing some decent work. I was getting better, and I was like, but I'm going too slow. I need to take a bigger jump. And I think the biggest jump that I had was when I took my color grading seriously. And when I actually dove in, looked at DaVinci Resolve and was like, what is going on here? And just spent days and nights grafting and working things out and figuring out my own sort of style and look. And now, I tried to grade something in Premiere at the end of last. I can't remember what I was doing. But I was like, let me just see what's, just for fun. And I didn't know what I was doing anymore. I was like, I don't have the tools that I need to make this picture really pop. You know what I mean? So, DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, people need to get on it, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing I've been slacking on is DaVinci Resolve. Maybe on this next project, I need to color it. I have red footage. So what's the workflow really like going from Premiere? So you edit in Premiere still, correct?
Yes, yeah. So, this is the one thing you've got to work out for yourself. So when I was just editing and grading within Premiere, I would edit. And while I was editing, I would do my effects while I was editing, because I would see a certain shot that I love, and then I'd go, okay, cool, but this would look cool with a jump cut, let's say, or an overlay. Yeah, and I would do it immediately. And then everything was just in Premiere. But when you are working with DaVinci, you have to edit your stuff in Premiere and not do the effects. You just have to see the effects and know what you want to do with them. Because what you have to do is then export your timeline as an XML, put it into DaVinci Resolve, do your color grade, export another XML, put it back into Premiere Pro, and then you do your effects, which is a hurdle at first. But the thing is, like anything, you figure it out, and then now I like doing that. Do you know what I mean? I like
I know what you mean.
Grade.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I think that makes more sense with the effects anyways, because I've always wondered that type of process on which way that would work, because I'm working with a VFX guy right now, so I'm kind of trying to figure out that whether we color grade first or...
You see, the thing is, when you color grade and you export an XML and put it into Premiere Pro, when it's back in Premiere Pro, you cannot extend any clips. You can't. Do you understand? XMLs are locked in. They're locked in edits or locked in grades. So
that's tricky.
It's tricky, but it's worth it, Ty. I promise you, brother.
I'm gonna have to try it out on a more simple video with not effects, just to see what it's like. Because this last one, I did all sorts of nest and layers and all sorts of. I use Sapphire a lot on this one, so it's pretty cool. We just shot it on the Red Raven, and we did a quick little pickup shoot last night. But
Red Raven's a super decent camera, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty solid especially with lighting and when you light correctly and. Yeah,
dude, it's like any camera. It's just, but for me, just having that, it's like when I was telling you I did the second little tutorial video that's not out yet, where I shot on the Canon T2i. It's my first ever camera.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It was more difficult to shoot on a DSLR than it is to shoot on Red.
Yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely, bro. Having raw capability within your footage, whether you own it or you're renting the camera, it's worth it, dude. It is so worth it. The detail that you can pull out of your visuals is incredible, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
And,
yeah, definitely. So, even how do you feel about the Blackmagic Pro CC 4K? The new one, 1200.
The new Pocket Cinema thing.
Yeah, the new Pocket Cinema.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't tested it, but I just don't like the ergonomics of the camera.
No, they're horrible. I mean, for the price and the specs are cool though. Having raw at $1,200.
Let me tell you something. My favorite DSLR camera was my last one that I've used is what I'm saying here was a Panasonic GH4, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that if I wasn't on Red, I'd be on the GH5.
Yeah,
and I'd be telling
I
you
have the GH5 right now. That's what I have, the GH5 and the GH5S.
Oh,
They're
you
solid.
got two cameras. You balling, eh?
Yeah, I'm balling. Well, you know, with a podcast and everything, and one has IBIS, so I used to use the Sigma 18 to 35 with the GH5 with the IBIS, and that was like my
Yes.
go-to, just because like I could
Yeah.
shoot handheld, but it looked natural because the lens didn't have IBIS, and then also when you pair the like a 12 to 35 or anything with IBIS with the IBIS in the body. Like, it's insane.
Must have been incredible.
Like, it looks like
Yeah.
a tripod shot. But the GH5S, the colors are way better. Like,
And it's been
like
in low light, but then you don't have the IBIS.
you don't have the IBIS, correct. So when
Yeah.
I did the 18 to 35, you just get micro jitters, and it's just like, I don't know. It kind of takes the point of...
Why do they do that, though?
Because I think they
Why?
had to make it's also wider too. So like when you film in 4K, like the crop is actually pretty significant from the GH5 to the GH5S. So they use more of the sensor, and then it's kind of like what they did with the A7S and the A7R. I don't remember if they lower the megapixels, or I think they lower the megapixels so they're it's better in low light. So I don't know.
No, do you know what? I could design the perfect camera, but
Yeah.
they'll never do that. Hey?
Yeah.
Ever. Like,
I've always thought that.
I want the 1DX Mark II's autofocus or the A7R's autofocus.
Yeah.
I'm talking about small, like DSLRs. If there was a camera like this, I want 120 frames in 4K. And I want RAW.
Yeah.
And a small form factor with a handle on top.
A handle
Sweet.
on top would be sick.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then give me image stabilization as well.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you
too.
could turn it on and off though. So like when you do, you get the global shutter. Because that's one thing I don't like about the GH5 is that's why I switched to the S as well. Because when I do like whip pans or like fast tripod movements,
Everything's
you get some. It's not as bad, but you get some weird like it tries to counter you a little bit. You know?
Yeah. Tries to track you is what you're saying. Eh?
Yeah, it kind of it's like a. It's not as bad as Sony, but it's not good. But yeah. So so how long have you been doing music videos for? Because I kind of saw you did commercial stuff in the beginning. What was that journey like?
Okay, so okay, where do I start? All right, so I grew up. I'll give you a little bit of a life story, a little bit. Just as quick as I can. So
All good.
I was born in a very small town in South Africa, and like to give you the idea of the size, I mean, we don't have traffic lights in this town. It's so small, okay? And after school, during school, I was very into drama and theater, and I always wanted to be a TV presenter. So after high school, I moved up to the big city here in South Africa called Johannesburg, and I sort of pursued that, and I got a show on MTV Base, which is MTV Africa, and a couple of other shows that I did for a couple of years. And during that process of being a TV presenter, I got in behind the scenes, and I started off as like an assistant, and I moved up and I became the production manager of the show and wrote the scripts for the show that I was presenting eventually. Then, a little while after that, I went to go visit my brother in Scotland, and he's an amazing photographer. And I ended up getting into it through him, and he's a photographer. I immediately started filming off his spare DSLR. And while I visited him 8 years ago in Scotland, I actually ended up buying myself that Canon T2i camera.
Nice.
And when I came back, I was at work for a couple months, and the guy that used to print flyers, and he was like in this print shop, like very close to my work. We became friends over time, and just one day randomly, I asked him if he was like a rapper by any chance, and it turned out he was. And I just said, "Can I film a music video for you?" So I did a performance music video for him. It turned out sick. I was like, "I love this. Can I make money?" Turned out you can. So then, and then I resigned from my job, and I pursued a career in filmmaking. From there.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man. How old are you right now?
How old do you think?
I'd probably say 28, 29.
You're a legend. Oh, 29. You knob. No, I'm 32 this year in
Okay.
May.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And how old are you, bro?
I'm 23, turning 24 in April.
Sheesters, dude.
Yeah.
You're a baby, bro. And
Yeah.
you already, how hard you're pushing. I mean, I can
Appreciate
only
it.
imagine where you're going to be when you're my age, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
if I
Yeah,
work this out,
I've been
I was
mentoring.
about your age. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I've been mentoring under this guy as well. His name's Hatch86 Films. I think he's turning 32 this year as well. But he's pretty cool. He's been in the music video game for a while. He was down in LA like PAing a lot, but then came back up. I'm in the Bay Area in California,
Okay.
San Francisco. Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a cool music scene out here. So it's been pretty cool.
And do you want to stick just doing music videos, or do you want to do commercials? Do you want to get more corporate? Do you want to do film?
I don't know. I don't really like the corporate scene too much. I don't know. I do, but I don't. It's just like I do like doing music videos. I do like the creative process. I do like all the lighting, and I do like working with artists. I don't know. Like I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I like doing. So I don't know. I've been having trouble writing treatments lately.
Why?
I don't know. It's something I haven't done too much, So I'm trying to get better at it because I feel like I'm not at my full. Yeah. I just have trouble putting my ideas on.
Do you know how you can dabble? We'll get to, treatments. How are you writing your treatments? What are you writing them up on? Like, how do you draft your treatments?
I've been kind of doing them roughly just on like a Slides app, and then I'd put it all together in Photoshop with all the photos and everything like that. I need to get, I'm on a PC right now, but I know there's the app called Pages on Mac, and I've seen that one works quite a bit, but I try to do a little bit of Illustrator as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for me, what I find really easy is Adobe Spark. Have you heard about Adobe Spark?
No, I don't. I think I have a subscription to it.
Please go and, if you've got the Adobe suite, go and launch it immediately after this and see how easy it is. Okay.
Sick.
And if there's images that you need to use as a visual reference for your treatment, and you perhaps don't have an image like on hand, you can go to the Adobe sort of free stock images and you type in whatever it may be, and then it comes up with all these images.
Wow.
And then you can really beef up your treatment.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out then. Sick.
Sweet,
I'm gonna click it right now. What's it called? Spark?
Adobe Spark, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I already have it downloaded too. I'm gonna check it out. Sick.
Already have it downloaded. You haven't dabbled. What's
I haven't even touched it. Yeah, because Photoshop's a little tricky, so I've definitely checked that out. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no, what were you gonna say? You're good. I'll save it for later.
What I was gonna say to you is, listen, dude. I hate working in the corporate field. Like, I really don't like it.
Yeah.
If I'm managing the whole production, no. What I do like is working as a freelance DOP on commercials and corporates, because I can go in the morning, do my job, light it, shoot it, boom, and bounce. Do you understand what I mean? And then get paid.
Exactly.
You don't have to edit. You don't have to deal with clients. Also, it may be for you, but freelance, and then you can dabble and you can see what it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a good option because, I hate having to deal with just like everything and having all the stress on you and having pretty much everything be on you, because I do like DPing or whatever it is. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I like that idea. I think that's some solid advice.
Your question, what's up?
My question. So one thing that I notice is your lighting super cinematic in your music videos, whether just really soft and your colors are super vibrant. What are some tips for beginners that you would say for just stepping up their lighting game? Because I think that's one part where a lot of people just like they'll buy a LED light, throw it on a stand, and they'll call it good. You know what I mean? So what are some tips, just even stuff around the house, or just some tips that you see or mistakes people make when starting out shooting music videos?
I think, there's different scenarios you can be in. So let's say, for example, you're going to a music video shoot at a location that you've never been at before. You haven't been able to do a recce. So you're arriving and you've got to make it work. And let's say you're using lights and it's at nighttime, so it's contrasty or whatever it may be, and you want to use gels or moving lights, whatever, kinos, quasars, whatever. The first thing I would say is just slow down. And I've fallen into this trap many times in my career, is that I'm too rushed. I feel like I felt like I needed to prove a point that I can, just like any situation, make it look bananas.
Yeah.
If you rush, you're not going to look at your setting or your scene properly. So what I would say is just slow down, simplify it. You don't have to have 1,000 lights running to make it look really good.
Yeah.
You can just pull it down, slow down, block out all the noise, block out the clients and their friends, and just take your time with things. And if something's not working, change it.
Yeah.
If you're doing something with the lights, whatever it may be, and you're looking on the camera and you look at your false color and you're just like, something's wrong here, well, then something's wrong. Don't just shoot it for the sake of shooting it. Also, it comes again to slowing down. If you rushed, you're going to just shoot it for the sake of shooting it. I would rather admit fault and go, that isn't working, get it out, try different things to make it work.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing is, and Tyler, I know you've been in this situation before, where you get back home to edit and you run the footage through and you go, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah.
Or this could have been way better if I had just done this.
Yeah. I hate to
the truth is, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I hate to when you, I've done this before as well. So I did a scene. I had this idea. I was trying to film someone in a booth. It was a quick run and gun shoot. And I shined like a light through something. And I hated the way it looked. I filmed like a couple handheld performances. And then we switched it up. I was like, no, that's not working. Switched it up. And then that performance was like 100 times better. And I ended up using that, So just tweaking and fixing things and not being able to afraid to play around definitely saved me in the long run.
See, personally, I just felt the pressure from my clients and whoever was, on set that.
Yeah.
You must never think you must just film for the sake of filming to show that your lighting setup is sweet. Because if there's something wrong, if something's niggling you, if something is irritating you, whether it's big or it's small, change it. And that's it. And another tip would be, if you can go and recce a place, go and do it. So, for example, I'm shooting on Friday, sort of like evening into Saturday morning, like I told you. And tomorrow I'm spending the entire day going to the locations that I want to shoot at. I'm going there and I'm taking pictures at different angles and I'm working things out. And, so that when I get there on Friday and on Saturday to the shooting locations, I'll know exactly how I'm going to light it. And then I certainly won't feel rushed. So if you can recce, you guarantee to be able to take your time a hell of a lot more.
Nice. Are you working with a DP on that one, or are you DPing it?
I'm doing everything by myself.
Sick. Do you have any type of crew, or is it just you?
I've just got one grip. I've got one.
Man.
Like grip coming to help me, but it's very it's very simple what I need done. It's crazy setups. So and the lighting, the majority, like Saturday will be natural light, maybe with a little bit of bounce here and there. And then on Friday evening, I'm using, what are they called? Those fairy light things. Those fairy lights that you hang on like a Christmas tree almost.
Oh, what are they called? Yeah, Christmas lights?
Like Christmas lights.
Yeah,
we call them fairy lights.
Nice.
So
I like that name better.
I've got my Aperture lighting kit here, which I love. I've got the 120D and the Lightstorm LED panels. And just simple stuff. It's with two characters. I don't need it to be over the top. So that's all I need.
Awesome.
But in Cape Town, when I shot the performances, I had a jib operator. I had 2 assistants for him. I had a focus puller. I had 2 grips and 1 assistant. And then I had 8 people on the first day shoot.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that video. That sounds awesome.
Thanks, bro. Generally, though, bro, to be honest with you, my shoots are 4 people, 4 to 5 people. We keep it really small. You know what I mean? I feel it's better that way. And another great thing is just another good tip I would say is finding people you can trust and that you enjoy being around and you have fun on set with.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
as soon as you have fun and you trust people, that's where magic comes about, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
How
definitely
many people do you work with, Ty?
I would say 4 to 5 as well. Yeah. I mean, on these last few sets, I think I had quite a lot of PAs on set. And I had a lot of BTS people as well, but usually like main people, it's usually like 4 to 5 to 6. Yeah. So, I mean, I usually have my DP. Oh, you swapped on me.
Sorry. Wrong way.
It's all good. I usually have my DP, Andy Chin. Then I have my guy, Josh Fields. He kind of does like grip, but he'll do lighting. He's also a director. We usually help on each other's sets. Then I have we bounce back and forth. And then I have another grip. His name's Spencer. So I don't know. It's usually like 4 to 5, and like we kind of all just bounce around. But yeah, that was pretty much what last year was for me. Was kind of just like building out, and then we kind of built like a small little like network that we all help each other on each other's shoots, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Dude,
so that
that's
was pretty
so
cool.
So cool, dude. But you know what, bro? Like I count my lucky stars, man. I think filmmaking is right up there with one of the best jobs in the world. Just like the freedom of movement, being able to be creative and working with music all the time and doing stuff that's actually fun, editing and color grading for me, and seeing things come together.
Yeah,
it's so much fun, bro. Or doing an effect that really works, and you go, Jesus, I did that. I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, we just did. Cool. Someone was asking me yesterday what were some of my favorite parts of this job, and like, what's your favorite part of the process? I have a lot of different favorite parts, so that's pretty cool. Like, they're like, you like being on set, and I was like, yeah, I really do, because like when an effect or like a shot gets pulled off the way I saw it in my head is like one of the best feelings, because my friend, he built like one of those glass platforms that the artist could stand on top of.
Yes.
So we did that, and I was like, the artist was like, I want confetti. So I was like, dude, that'd be so sick when the confetti like lands on it, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I got like really thick silver confetti. So I wanted like the light to hit it. So we had like a pro mist filter on. So I kind of wanted it to like gleam. And then so I had my little cousin with a leaf blower in the back. He's dropping confetti. And then we had like some big like Geminis flashing on the sides, like RE Sky Panel type lights.
Yeah.
And it came out perfect. And then we had like a small turntable. We had the red underneath spinning.
Yeah.
It was like, it just came out perfect. Like when I saw the confetti fly, it was awesome.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But we are so lucky, bro. And you can actually do a podcast or a YouTube tutorial video on it. You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine sitting doing a podcast on being attorneys, you know?
Yeah, that'd be pretty boring.
Doctors.
Yeah. What's some of the craziest set stories that you have? Do you have any crazy stories?
Well, before we put in, so like when we send out our call sheet, we kind of have terms and conditions. So I've saved myself now over the last year or so, but before I put this in my terms and conditions, before I even had any terms and conditions, you know, some clients, you know, that they perhaps don't take their work as seriously as other people, and they would drink on set. So now I say, if you're drinking on set and it's not a prop, I have the right to shut down the production, and I won't be held liable, essentially.
Is that for the artist, or is that for...
That's for the artist. Like, it's not always just the artist, but and this is only in some cases. It's not all my clients. Most of my clients are great to work with, but like the artists will often bring their friends to set who have nothing to do with the actual shoot. And you've been through the same situation.
I'm dealing with that current situation.
Yeah, dude, you need to wipe alcohol out of the equation, dude, because at the end of the day, like I said to you a bit earlier, I love to have fun on set, and I love to have a synergy, and I love everyone to enjoy themselves. But as soon as you start treating it like a party, I'm there to work. I'm there to give you the best of me because you've paid for me to give you the best of me. So if you're there to have a party and you're not going to take it as seriously, if not more seriously than me, then it's going to put me off. So yes, I've had some crazy stories where guys are just inebriated to the point where they'll fall asleep halfway through a performance take.
Yeah.
Literally, I've had, obviously I won't mention names, but I was doing this performance take. I had dancers, and he fell asleep.
Yeah.
He fell asleep halfway through a take. I had to go and wake him up. Because the shoot day must continue, but you're drinking too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I think that's definitely a problem now as well with this new generation of like rap and whatnot, and just like the culture. There are just like a lot of drinking, drugs, smoking, everything on set.
And this cough mixture thing is a new thing as well. They call it lean or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's a big thing as well, because that makes you really tired. So I think, and especially just people wanting to use that as props, and it's a real prop most of the time. And they're like, oh, I don't want to use fake yada yada because I don't want to portray that, or I don't know if you ever had problems like that, but I think especially with this new generation of like rap, I'm not sure if it's over there, but definitely over here, there's that generation where people want to portray that.
I've seen it creeping in, but it's not something that I would deal with.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like I've positioned myself in my country in such a way that like the guys who are coming to me to work with me know the type of person that I am, and they know that I don't stand for that type of behavior. Like I said to you, I'm all about having a good time and enjoying yourself. But as soon as you're going to abuse anything, whether it be alcohol, whatever, then I'm not in. And then you're going to see a different side of me, and I'll wrap things up. I'll walk. I'll go.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth me putting my name on something that I'm not going to be proud of because you're behaving like a child.
Yeah, no, I definitely like that, and I think a lot of people need to hear that because I don't know, it's just important to I don't know. I think it's a lot of wasted time. Oh, you got a little quiet there. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, yeah, it's good. Sick.
Okay,
but yeah, dude. What's it called? I didn't have time to post questions or whatnot. I was gonna see what are some of your go-to lights that you use right now, just on set, like for running gun stuff. Apertures, yeah. Do you have the 300?
I don't. I've got the 120D, and no, but I want to get the Mark II version. And then I've got Quasar tubes that are shipped in that are beautiful lights. I really enjoy working with them and putting gels on them and so on. And then I'll often have like a 4K HMI on set.
Nice.
Depending on what it is,
Cool.
I really enjoy my jibs. My Jimmy jibs, I just get an operator in and I tell him the movement that I'm sort of looking for. I'm really enjoying that as of late, but I kind of go through trends. I kind of go through my own trends that I enjoy. You know what I mean? Just keep things fresh. And one thing you never want to do is I've fallen into this trap before, is you don't want to get stuck with a specific sort of, for example. Do you know what I'm noticing a lot is I'm noticing some people are, I know gimbals are lovely. Gimbals are great. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
Ronin S, Ronin M, Ronin Movi, great. But the thing is, some people, upcoming filmmakers, and that I see on Instagram and so on, they will get stuck in a rut of having the same movement over and over and over again. And then I think to myself, geez, dude, but it's becoming stagnant now because also when they're using a Zion crane or whatever it may be, often it's just a wide lens. Yeah. And then the whole video ends up being wide. What about your mid shots? What about your telephoto shots? You gotta add, you gotta spice it up. You gotta make it dynamic. And you're not going to make it dynamic by having the same movement all the time. It's very nice getting a stable shot. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But add something different. Add a bit of handheld. Add a dolly shot. Yeah.
I even like
different ways.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think just the gimbal, I think people think of it as like, this is what I need to make cinematic or whatever videos and they just love the way it looks right out the gate. But you
It's
really
easy,
have to.
Tyler.
It's really easy. Yeah, it's easy to just plop it on, balance it once, and just go for it.
Yeah.
And it's
Which is fun.
yeah, no, it's cool. I think it's right for certain scenarios, but I like what you're saying as well. Is like you don't see a lot of people even putting like telephoto lenses on like gimbals, because you get some really cool like orbiting shots.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something. If I was still shooting on a DSLR, like let's say for example they came out with a DSLR that shoots RAW and all those fancy things, image stabilization, autofocus, and then I would be like, oh, stuff red, I'll go for that. Okay, let's say that I had a small form factor camera. I would shoot not on a Ronin, I would shoot on a glide cam, bro.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah, dude, I
Yeah.
love it, and it just has that sort of waviness
float,
to it.
yeah.
Like, I love it, brother. I love it.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to start implementing in my videos is just hiring more Steadicam operators around from my area, just because I think.
Me
I don't
too.
know.
I'm actually with you, bro, because I've never hired a Steadicam operator ever.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? If I've done gimbal shots, I use my own Ronin and my what's it called, Ready Rig.
Okay.
But I would love to actually just bring a Steadicam operator in. I'd love that. Just hand the camera over and go, I want this type of shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I especially like it for the low length angle type stuff, and then where you can kind of get like those Dutch floating type shots.
I'm with you. I see exactly what you're saying, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just on set recently for a pretty big video, and I was just like PAing, just helping out, and then just seeing this Steadicam shots were like amazing, and just the Steadicam guy just being on standby, and then like just gets to pick up the camera and kill it. It was pretty cool.
Just remember, when you get a Steadicam operator, if you don't have autofocus on your camera, like if you're using a Red Raven,
follow focus.
get a very good focus puller. Always
Yeah.
make sure you do your research, dude. Like if you're going to use a focus puller, make sure that they've got ask to see their portfolio. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been on set before where I've had a focus puller. It's only happened to me once. It'll never happen again. But the oak was he was searching for the shots.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have that. That's critical.
that is critical, definitely for, because that's like, you're going to lose 50-60% of your shots if they're out of focus. So it's important. Yeah, it's definitely an art form in itself, focus pulling.
Absolutely. Focus pulling is not a joke, dude. When I was first getting into the industry and I was learning about filmmaking and I heard about focus puller, I was like, pull my own focus. Yeah, because I knew nothing about it. But that in itself is an art form. I've got a lot of respect for focus pullers, especially the focus pullers who take it seriously. And some focus pullers can just look, they don't even look at the monitor. They can just look at their subject and see like feet, and they can see the distance. And so, it is definitely an art form in itself.
That's awesome. Sick, dude. Yeah. Well, what can we be looking forward for you in the future? I'll let you wrap up because I know you got stuff to do.
Listen, I've got a 3-month-old little girl, and my wife's in the hotel room, room, and she sent me a message now, and she's like, "There's a movie about to start," so she wants me to go watch a movie.
Yeah, sick.
So what can you expect from me? I hope to do more YouTube tutorial videos.
Yeah.
I just need to plan the time a little bit better, and dude, just keep making music videos because that's what I love to do. I love making music videos.
Yeah. Well, I think people should definitely check you out on Instagram as well so they can stay up to date with you. If you don't post on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you'll be active on Instagram as well so they can stay up to date with your content
Instagram's like
there.
my little home tie.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
I don't know. I was going to say, Tyler, what can I expect from you?
Expect from me? Definitely a lot more podcasts. I'm going to try link up with other people on YouTube and just other creatives, get some more insight, more tutorials. I actually just got a lighting kit in the other day from Quasar. It was pretty sick. They sent me
what did you get?
They sent me I don't have it. It's on my bed. It's the battery power kit. So it came with the 2-foot battery power, the 1-foot, and the little 5-inch one.
Nice. Have you used it? Yes.
I used it last night. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool just being able to put it on a C-stand, not have to run power to it, and just
How long do those batteries last for, bro?
4 hours on full brightness.
insane.
Fun.
It's
so
so
use
bright.
it for your so use it for the scene, turn it off.
Yeah.
Then you can use it for your entire shoot, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. And most of the time you're gonna dim them anyways, because like if you don't have gels on them, they're so bright. So definitely when you dim it, like I'm sure it would last. They have magnets on the back of them if you haven't seen them, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And then yeah, from me in the future, just I'm gonna post a lot more dope stuff on Instagram where just trying to offer more value every place I can, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, and just trying to connect with more people. Yeah, help people out.
Ty, thank you so much for reaching out to me. Caught me by surprise. I really appreciate it. This is something different. I've never done something like this.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so what was it? We definitely need to collab on something on YouTube in the future. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Damn straight, bro.
Yeah,
of course. And you're welcome to come to Africa anytime.
Sick. Okay. Definitely, man.
Olafemi is before you, and then you can come after that.
All right, for sure. All right, cool, man.
Brother.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Ty.
Nice talking to you.
Cheers, bro.